I'm recording. Hit record. It's a mental block for me, guys. I don't know why. So anyway, so one question, I would love at least 3 or 4 people of you to step up and say, hey, what was it that attracted you? Like, I know you filled it on the Google form, what attracted you to the cleanse, but really, what do you want out of this? So if anyone wants to speak, please raise your hand. I'm going to unmute Jennifer Hernandez. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I think for me, a really big thing is I have a hard time holding myself accountable. Once I start in a group, and then I know that other people are kind of in it with me and we're all going through the same thing, it kind of sets me up for long term, because then I'm so used to doing it that I keep going. It's at the very beginning where I have to depend on myself that one day I can do it, and then the next day I'm like, well, I'll just skip to day 3 because I didn't do it. So it's cool to have the accountability. Huge on accountability.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Trina.
Yes.
Okay.
I do pretty good, you know, by eating, but I just want to try somebody else's way to, you know, do something different.
Right. And you do very good eating. She posts her meals every day.
But I want to try something different and see if I could. I'm trying to lose a little more of my midsection. So I'm thinking maybe if I can switch it up on what I'm doing and do something different, fresh, then, you know, it'll help me. Doing something, switching my routine up.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? I'm looking around. Where's the hands? Come on, don't be shy. One thing we're not going to tolerate is shy, guys. Trina knows me. She's like, Trina and I can go round and round, but come on. Okay, well, oh, awesome. Jana, you are up.
Okay, I work out, well, now that we're quarantined, I work out at least 5 days out of the week, but I never see a change in my body because I still eat like crap, you know, and my mom's always like, oh, you're balancing it off. Like you're not going anywhere because you're not changing up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I'm like, okay, I need to actually buckle down and do what's necessary. And I've done detox before because there's a book, it was like a 10-day green smoothie thing book that I bought some years ago. I forget the girl's name, JJ something. And I tried it and it worked. But then it's like, eating has to be a lifestyle change. It can't be like a temporary fix. So I feel like if I do it now, then hopefully over time it's gonna stick. I'm just hoping that it'll stick. That's all.
Well, one of the things that, you know, I don't know if you're aware, but GYST stands for is get your shit together. So we're all about the whole, it's not just this one piece, right? There's so much that goes into this. When Heather and I got together and started this whole program, and, you know, we were kind of naming it, well, let's just say my favorite word is usually 4 letters and starts with the letter F. And it's not 50, but I mean, that's a good one too. But anyway, yeah, so we're real. We're going to tell you the truth. I'm apparently the mean mom and Heather's the nice mom. That's what she always tells me anyway. I'm the one that's going to tell you like it is. I don't sugarcoat much. I don't do excuses. All right. If you give me the excuses, I'm going to throw them back at you. Like, don't tell me that it's my fault you didn't work hard in the workout. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put it back on you. What did you do? How did you do? Did you actually put the work in? All right. So yeah, we're here to coach you, guide you, hold you accountable, but we can't do it for you. So if we could do it for you, man, we'd be all set, but that's not going to work. So, all right, Heather, what you got? Unless anybody else wants to go, anybody else want to give us a little snippet? Cynthia, I just saw you. Sorry. Cynthia was at my workout. So nobody? All right, Heather, you're up. Let me unmute you. since I have control.
What Barb said. We are so happy that you said yes. A lot of you we haven't even met in person, so we appreciate you just trying something different. And you know, Beth was like, we're gonna be cranky the next 10 days. And you probably are gonna be cranky, right? Because right now, your body is at a normal level, right? Your body is used to maybe eating a lot of sugar and processed foods. And so when you let go of something, it doesn't feel nice, right? But if you can give us 10 days, 10, if you can give yourself 10 days, I promise you, you will come out on the other side so much stronger, right? They did a study when they were little, when children were little, right? I think they were 5 and 6 years old, and they set this little marshmallow in front of the child, and they left them alone, and they said, if you can sit here for 5 minutes and not eat this marshmallow, you will get another marshmallow, right? They did studies years later, and the children who ate the marshmallow were less successful than the people that ate the marshmallow, right? So my point is, you kind of got to go backwards to go forwards, right? So yes, maybe you're feeling deprived when you look at this list, and like Barb said, you're like, I don't want to eat seaweed, I don't want to eat collard leaves, then don't do it, right? Do something on this list that you like. It's about adding to your life, but still detoxing on the sugar, if that makes sense. We are 40 women strong in here. All 40 of you said yes for a reason. It's going to be hard work. I'm going to let you know that now, but it'll be so worth it. Like Janice said, she's working out and she's busting her butt, but she's not making any progress. So most people, it's the eating. So something has got to change. The reason we created this program is if you can get a short win in 10 days, 10 days, a short win, you're like, okay, I can do this for 10 days. How can I keep going and establish those habits for the long term, right? Anybody who's made great success and lost a lot of weight and kept it off, these are habits we're trying to help you with, not just saying, all right, here's your meal plan, deprive yourself for the next 10 days. That's not our whole thing. Our goal is we want you to make successful habits. So at the end of these 10 days, you're like, I got this. I'm going to make better choices because I want to feel amazing and I've experienced success. So that's our whole point in putting this program together for all 40 of you. So Barb, back to you, unless you want me to keep going.
Keep going on the things.
All right. So
I'm going to jump in with the supplement.
Okay. So really quickly, you got a quick start guide. And like Barb said, we don't want you to feel frustrated. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed, right? You're going to take what you can and leave the rest. So in looking at that detox guide, you had signed a commitment sheet of paper. And that wasn't so much for me and Barb as it was for you to be committed to yourself, right? Again, it's 10 days. Don't think in terms of 3 months or 6 months or a year. What can I do for 10 days to improve my life? What, maybe don't even go 10 days. What can I do for this one meal? What can I do for this 1 hour, right? So you sign that commitment sheet more for you than anybody else. Then you had your Success Detox Manual. That's what we talked about. And then Barb is going to give you a daily checklist. It's going to seem like a lot of things, but you can do it. 2 things that I've stuck with the most, because Barb and I have been through the program ourselves. That way we know exactly what you're going through. 2 things. It's kind of like when you wake up in the morning and you make your bed. This is what I'm talking about. So right here, if you looked on there, you got your little morning mojo, and it's so simple, right? You're going to take some water. You're going to take a little bit of cayenne pepper. You're going to take a lemon. That is how you are going to start your day. If you can start there, that is perfect, right? It's like making your bed. If you can start out with those things, you're going to set yourself up for success because it's going to reframe your mind. And you're like, okay, if I can do this one thing, then I can do the next thing. One more thing that has really helped me, if you look on that list, is called dry brushing. So you can find these at Sprouts. You can find them at other Whole Food stores. It is an amazing thing. When you get out of the shower, before, all you do is start at the bottom of your feet and you work your way up, and it gets rid of all those dead skin cells, and you feel so good, right? So if you can get even just those 2 habits in, that's what you're looking for. 2 more things, and then I'll turn it back to Barb. So the most success that we've had with people, and you can talk to Alice Monroe, you can talk to Paula Smith, you can talk to Cynthia Ramiro in this group. They are living proof of being engaged. When you are a fly on the wall, yes, you will get information, but there is something so amazing when you talk with the group and you interact and you post your wins or you post your struggles. The people that engage in the group are 99% more successful than the people that just kind of sit back, you sit on the sidelines, and you don't engage. And like Barb said, it's not about being shy, it's about supporting each other and celebrating your little wins. So our goal for you is to post your meals, to ask your questions, to be engaged in the group. That way you get the most out of this group, all right? There's 40 of you, like we said. Every single one of you is gonna have a different struggle. Every single one of you is gonna have a different win. So your goal is to be engaged in the group, all right? Last thing I'm gonna leave you with is, again, if you don't like seaweed, if you don't like those things, don't do it. Experiment with the recipes we give you. Our goal is for you and your family to eat it, not for you to make one meal and then your family to eat something else. It's for us, for you to nourish your spirit, but also your family as well. So now that I have vomited all that information to you, any questions, or is it back to Barb? The notes say do the mojo drink first thing in the morning, then eat breakfast. Hold on, I didn't see that. Let me see what your chat was. First thing in the morning, right. Yes, so Paula, you're drinking that mojo juice in the morning, and then you're eating your breakfast. So that's the way that I do that.
Instead of me running to the coffee maker, that goes down first. It's almost, for me, it's a negotiator. I love coffee. Yep. I know we're not supposed to have coffee, but don't take my one joy away. I drink decaf, and I will drink my coffee, even on the detox, but guess what? It's decaf, all right? It's the caffeine that's the issue. It's not necessarily the coffee. And it's also the crap you put in it. Like, not gonna lie, I like my French vanilla creamer, so that had to go. So a little bit rough.
And Barb, like, again, I think people are already getting depressed, like, I gotta give up all these things. It's not giving up things. It's adding to your life. Right. If you can reframe your mind, it's a totally different perspective of, man, I can't have this and this and this. It's like, all right, this is what I got. I'm gonna work with it and I'm gonna feel amazing. Because that's what you're looking for. You are looking to feel beautiful. You are looking to feel strong. You are looking to feel happy, right? Those are all the things that are going to come with that if you commit to yourself for the next 10 days, period, end. So,
Katie said she does an early morning class, like 4:30. Does she need to do her mojo before that? Not necessarily. You could do that after, but do you eat before you go to camp? Where's Katie? Hold on. I'm looking for her.
I see Katie at 4:30 in the morning, busting her butt.
All right. So if you are an early morning worker outer, like 4:30, if you eat a banana or something, you can have your morning mojo when you get back. That's okay. That's not a make or break kind of thing. That's where we talked about the minutia. It's these slight changes are okay. It's kind of just trying to get you in the habit. I prefer it before the workout or first thing in the morning. But again, if you're getting up at 4 to get to a 4:45, I get it. Go work out first. You can have it later. Not a big deal. I want to talk a little bit about the whole food thing. All right. I want you to start thinking about this. So when we're talking about detoxification, we're talking about ridding the body of things it doesn't need, right? So when you eat food, all right, your digestion begins at your lips and ends at the other end. Your butthole. All right. All right. So, but when you start to chew that food and masticate it, you're starting to absorb nutrients, right? You're starting to digest that food. It begins when you start to chew your food. So you got to chew it well. You're going to be eating a lot of raw fruits and vegetables, right? You're going to have to chew your food well, or else you're going to have some GI upset. Your stomach is not going to be happy if you add a whole bunch of stuff in it it's not used to eating, and then you don't chew it well, all right? And then in your upper GI, top of the stomach, lower intestines, all that, that's where you're absorbing nutrients, guys. So when you think of eating, my daughter's 19, she brings home all sorts of crap. Doritos, all right? They are coated in tasty, yummy spices that are amazing. And guess what? They have these weird preservatives on the bag. Our body doesn't know what to do with that. So what usually it does, it says, well, I'm not really sure what this is. I'm going to protect myself from it, and I'm going to put some fat around it. It's called lipolysis. I can't remember, lipo something or other. It's fat. You're putting fat around it, and it's storing it. All right. So when you start to release that, expect to feel a little shitty. All right. You might feel dragged. You might, I know, I told you, if you get offended by bad words, just raise your hand now and I will try to clean it up. But you're going to feel kind of crappy. You're not going to feel great because your body's releasing this stuff, and you have to, it's not releasing it into the atmosphere. It's reabsorbing it, throwing it back into the bloodstream. Your liver cleanses it, throws it to the bowel if it doesn't need it. Maybe it throws it to the kidneys if it's fluid, and you excrete it, right? You get rid of it. That's what our body does. It ingests, absorbs, assimilates, and then it eliminates what it doesn't need, all right? So there's a whole process that goes, and I want you to start thinking about that, because as you ingest some of these foods, they're different than you're used to, all right? You're used to ingesting, I don't know, Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and all of a sudden we're asking you to eat a raw kale salad or something. Totally different food. You're gonna feel different. Initially, it may not feel so good because you're detoxing and you're getting rid of stuff. Your body is, apparently I have a little unstable internet, so I might freeze up a bit. But anyway, start thinking about that. And then I wanted to briefly touch on supplements, all right? You do not need a ton of them, all right? One of the things we highly recommend you get is omega-3s, okay? Omega-3s are really good for the body. They decrease inflammation. They help lubricate your joints. The best, most economical way to get your omega-3s is through fish, all right? Salmon is the most rich, but right now salmon is too fatty. So cod liver oil, which you can take the caplets, but another way, chia seeds and flax seeds, all right? Toss them in your smoothie, omega-3s all day long, and plus you get the added benefit of fiber. All right. If you do take a capsule, you probably want about at least somewhere in the neighborhood 400 to 800 a day. All right. And then if you take a multivitamin, great. If you're going to eat like we're going to tell you to eat, you probably don't even need a multivitamin, because your body's going to be so nourished. It's amazing. Probiotics. Does anybody take a probiotic? Awesome. Jennifer does. Anybody else? No. Oh, Kelly takes a probiotic. Okay, good. So it's one of those things that is actually recommended if you eat meat in the United States of America, you pretty much need a probiotic. All right, because here's what's going to happen. Meat and animals and dairy counts, all right, is loaded with antibiotics, all right? That's just the way the cows are raised. When you become what your food ate, all right? The cow ate the grass and ate the corn, all right? And they ate the antibiotics in the corn. That goes into their tissues, and you're eating a dead cow, right? Or a dead chicken, whatever. Sorry, I know you're like, ew. All right? That's what you're eating. You're eating their tissue. Their tissue has antibiotics in it. So that antibiotics is going into your body. You're killing off your microbiome. Your microbiome, your gut bacteria. We are made of bugs. We have so many bacteria in our gut. It's unreal. And if you have an imbalance, your body will let you know. All right. If you have a yeast overgrowth, you tend to crave sugar. Certain bacteria, streptococcus, cause different things like chocolate cravings. It's amazing. The bacteria in your gut is what determines what you crave. All right. So you need to get that bacteria into balance. So you want a good quality probiotic that has Acidophilus I'm going to have to put this in an email because it's by Fido something or other. I can't even say the words. There's a brand online that you can get, and it's called soil based. All right. It's, you know how back in the olden days, our grandparents, they used to go out to the garden, they'd pick a carrot and they'd shake it off. They might rinse it, but they didn't really scrub it. They just ate it, right? There was bugs in the soil that they were ingesting. You know how you drop something on the floor and you got the 3-second rule? Well, guess what? Your food has some bacteria on it. You're okay. You're okay from that. It's not going to kill you. In fact, that's going to make you better and healthier and stronger. All right? So eat the food off the floor. Anyway, but anyway, you want to build that bacteria. Another way, if you're not going to take a probiotic, make sure you're getting fermented foods like sauerkraut. You can eat kimchi. You can, if you don't know what that is, all it is it's like cabbage salad that's been for Donna's face. Donna's like, I'm not gonna. Oh, look, there we go. We got kombucha tea. Guys, it's an acquired taste. You don't have to like it. You can take a probiotic if you don't want to eat the foods. No big deal. Either way, we want to restore that gut bacteria. It's going to make your weight loss a little easier. It's going to make your skin look amazing. All right. Probiotics do amazing things for the skin. So does dry brushing. Yeah. That's all I got on that. Jumping in, Miss Heather?
Yes. All right. So really quickly, so you're going to look in your email for the success journal, and all that is kind of talking about your day and putting in your small wins. And if you notice, we intentionally started the detox to start on Friday and then end on that following Sunday. And so it's bookend by 2 weekends, because what we always notice is y'all eat amazing during the week, and then it all goes to hell on the weekends, right? So we kind of put both weekends in there. What we don't want you to do is say, okay, we're starting Friday, so I'm going to eat the entire kitchen. I'm going to get it out of my system because I'm going to start Friday. Don't do that. Do not do that. You don't have to eat that whole pan of brownies because you feel like I'm going on my detox Friday. That defeats the whole purpose, right? That's very much a diet mindset. So try not to do that. This is what we want from you between now and Friday. Tomorrow and Thursday, you're going to go get up. If you have your cayenne pepper and your lemon juice, just start there, right? That's a small win. Just start there. That way you get in that habit on Friday of like, okay, I'm ready to go. Last thing I'm going to show you, and I know the people that are like Paula and all them, they're like, she always shows this, but it is so effective and it is so simple. You're going to get you a calendar. You got your calendar. And you're like, okay, I'm starting on the 15th. This is my due. This is my date. So on that day, this is June, whenever, I'm going to mark an X. Today, I did day 1. This was great. This was not so great. Day 2, I'm going to mark my calendar, right? So every day you see, okay, I'm 2 days in. I've got 8 more days. What can I do better today? What went great? How can I make better choices? So the calendar is so effective, and just not breaking that chain of the 10 days. Because I'm going to tell you now, there's 40 of you in here. At the end of 10 days, we want 40 of you to still be here, right? We want you to be here. We want you to be successful and have those wins. Do people drop off, fall off because it's hard? Absolutely. But you can do this. We want you to be here day 1, and we want you to be here on day 10. So tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, make your little mojo juice and just start there. So that's what I got for you.
Heather, real quick.
Yes, Jennifer, go ahead.
Do we drink it cold, or does it have to be at room temperature?
So right now I have ice in it. It depends. Like I like it warm, but it's, you know, like right now I want to put ice in it, but you can do warm for sure. Absolutely. That's a great question. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Heather, it's Audrey. Real quick,
yeah.
What's your ratio of water to pepper to lemon?
So it's about a cup of water and then 1/4 of a squeeze of the lemon. So you got your lemon, fresh squeeze, and then like a little pinch of cayenne pepper. And it'll taste a little spicy depending on how much cayenne. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at, about a cup and a half of the water.
Some of us don't
absolutely.
like a lot of spice. So the wussies like myself only get a little bit.
Yeah, and like Barb said, I think we're both very truthful and we'll both hold you to a higher standard. Our approaches are very different. She is the mean mom. She'll tell you like it is. I'm a mean mom, but I'm a little bit kinder in it. So we kind of want to balance you out. That way you get both of us from different perspectives. What makes Barb an expert is she is a registered nurse. She knows the inside of the body like no one I've ever met. Your cholesterol, diabetes, liver. She knows all of that, right? I'm an expert in the sense of I've kept off the 200 pounds and I know what it's like. I know what you're going through and I know that maybe you feel like you're going to be deprived. So we both have different perspectives, but we're really here for you all. Period in. So who else has questions? Because technically we don't start till Friday, but we don't want you all to feel overwhelmed. We don't want you to feel frustrated. So anybody, because chances are if you're thinking that question, then somebody else is. So don't be shy. Who has questions? Anybody?
I wanted to add something real quick before we got to questions. There's a lot of recipes in this quick start guide, but I'm going to be posting more. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have more variety. So if you're looking at one of them going, I don't know about that, there's going to be other options, all right, that are perfectly clean. Like one of the things we're going to be looking at is oil free. All right. I don't want you dumping a bunch of olive oil on all your vegetables. One of the things you can learn to saute them in broth or water, or if you're eating them raw, just eat them raw. There's lots of great dressings for them that are, again, oil free. That's part of the detox. The fat that's in our liver and our cells, we need to get rid of that, and that's where a lot of the change will happen. Can use lemon juice. Tamala, I would use
Barb.
lemon. Yeah.
Who has a question?
Who's talking?
Barb.
Yes, Trina.
For the I started drinking I started doing the alkaline water, well, I guess with the fruit, like the blueberry and the lemon and then the mint and the cucumber. Mm-hmm. Do you recommend that overnight, or can I drink it? It just fix it and drink it like that. And do you use that all day once you drink the 8 ounces and the fruit is still in there? Do you put more water in and just drink it all day like that?
I don't, but that's because I don't always like flavored waters. Like I'm a really, lukewarm. The glass can sit on the couch all day and I go down it. Like I don't drink cold water. I don't drink a lot of flavored waters, but you can, if that's your preference. Alkaline water, A-okay, guys. Anything alkaline, anything green is going to alkalinize your body. And okay, so I want you to think of something. Here comes the nurse, okay? Our bodies have a place called homeostasis. That's where there's a narrow area. This is what our body wants to be at from a balance perspective, all right? It's who knows what pH is? Kind of. You know that there's acid and there's alkaline, right? So acid is Coca-Cola, all right? Alkaline would be the green vegetable aloe vera water. So our bodies are in this one place. Now, if you sway, you're going to sway too much. So if you take more alkaline foods into your body, all your body's doing is going to sway to that side a little bit further. It's still going to stay in a very close, the numbers are like 7.35 to 7.45. They are so small. But you want to eat more alkaline foods than you do acid, because acid foods, they do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage to the joints. They cause you to leach calcium from your bones. They leach calcium from your teeth, all right? Because calcium is the best buffer in the world, all right? Calcium is the best buffer in the world. Where do we store that? Bones and teeth, all right? We will rob Peter to pay Paul, always. Your body knows what to do. So it has to pull it from somewhere. So if you're eating a lot of acid foods, red meat, Coca-Cola, I'm trying to think of a list of different things, your body will balance itself, but it has to take it from somewhere else. So when you eat more alkaline foods, you don't have to rob as much. You don't have to take from your bones and stuff. Your body will balance it out through its, it doesn't use calcium because there's no buffering needed. All right? It pees it out.
So Barb, Donna asked, is Smart Water makes cucumber lime flavor and watermelon mint flavor, are they okay?
I didn't know they made those. Huh.
I didn't either.
Are they natural flavors? Are they chemicals?
I'll go look and see. I'll go get a bottle and see. But yeah, I just found them and they're really good. And I don't like a lot of fruity flavors either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a little hint of it. So it's very good.
Like the hint waters? Like
yeah. But I don't like the hint water.
I don't like the hint water either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mint wilts. Alice, I have the solution to the mint. You go out in your backyard and you pick it off your mint plant and you stick it in your water. Doesn't
hey, and then I always say, once you know better, you do better. So ever since I learned about all the meat and stuff, so like every time I pass by Texas Roadhouse, and I know y'all love Texas Roadhouse, but every time I pass by there and I see like thousands of cars, I'm like, no, but it's okay. It's all right. I'll be okay.
What are gelatinous foods? Okay.
Oh, there you go. Good question.
Aloe vera. Has anyone ever drank aloe vera juice with the chunks in it? That's a gelatinous food. Chia seeds. Have you ever made there's a recipe for chia pudding. You put chia seeds into fluid and it kind of blows up into a pudding-like consistency. That's a gelatinous food. What that does is if you think of that lump of aloe vera gel, it's going to soak up toxins and stuff. So as it moves through the colon, it's kind of sliding through there, picking up waste, taking it out the back door. So it's good stuff. Flaxseed is another one. Picks up metals. Yep, picks up metals. Seaweed, yeah, you still can't get me to eat seaweed, Paula. I saw that. I'm like, I know somebody else is gonna be like me and like, no, I draw the line. I can do the seaweed sheets if it's in what's it called? Sushi, fake sushi, pretend sushi. I don't do real sushi. Let's see. Awesome questions, guys. I like it. Any more? Who's got more questions?
So while y'all are thinking of questions, we are going to do 4 Zoom calls throughout the 10 days. They'll be Friday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. They'll be short and sweet, maybe anywhere from like 20, 25 minutes. And that's just to check in even more so from the group. And I gave this idea to Barb and she laughed at me, but I was like, I wanted to put y'all on little teams where like you have support system, like little teams within the group. She's like, no, don't do that. So that was just my idea and she shot me down, but that's fine. It's okay.
If you all want the teams, you're welcome to do it. I just figured that I didn't want to segregate anybody. I really wanted to be more unanimous. So I didn't laugh at her. She's lying about that.
All right. So Alice Monroe said, challenge accepted. Alice is going to play with seaweed. Y'all, Alice is a beautiful chef. So mark my words, she's going to post something with seaweed that we're all like, oh, I'm going to go make that. All right, Alice, challenge accepted, sister. We're looking for it for sure.
We want to taste it too. We're all coming to your house.
All right. Tamala said, can you give tips for vegetarians as far as meat protein option?
So the best option for you is probably going to be some tofu. Maybe you could use what is it? I think it's called corn with the cube. Because it's like a isolate. It's not a soy base. It's I can't remember. There's a specific name for it. You can use that. You can still probably do some egg whites maybe. But I wouldn't. Artichoke burgers. Look at Paula's getting all plant-based on me. Yeah. You want to stay away from the grains though. So like some of the burgers have a lot of grain sticky tofu gag. Hey, you don't have to eat it. There's cod, there's turkey meat. You can have chicken if you don't eat meat. We will find suitable substitutions. We want to make sure you're getting enough protein still without overdoing it. You can do the vegan protein powder. The one that's on the page is called raw protein. Personally, I don't care for that one. All right. I use a different brand. No big deal. All right. That's the minutia part. So a protein powder, as long as it's got adequate protein, which is 20 to 30 grams a scoop, and it's vegan, it's fine. Mine happens to have extra probiotics in it, so that's why I like it.
So Barb, so that we respect their time, we have only just a few more minutes. And again, we'll meet again on Friday. What was I gonna say? Someone asked, are protein powders allowed the first 3 days, like in the smoothie? That'll be a Barb question.
I got to go back to the menu, to be honest. I'll answer that tomorrow. I'm still working on it all. Like it's, if anybody knows what I do with these menu plans, they're pretty, this is going to be nice. It's going to be pretty. And
so last thing we'll leave you with is, so yes, we are available for text, phone call. But if you go through the little detox plan again, and then if you still have a question, post it in the group first.
Tag us.
Yeah, post it in the group first, because chances are, like we said before, if you're thinking it's someone else's, and then if you still don't get your question answered, then you can message me or Barb or call us. But post in the group first, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, you did, Shelly. You may have to go. Everybody got the invite. There's some people that have their Facebook settings where they have to be. They have to accept things certain way. Everybody
got the invite, but you have to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can even look at it right now. Tamala, did you get my email today with the quick start guide? Because that's where we're talking about. And you're going to get more stuff. More information's coming soon. Don't panic. Yeah. Did you get it, Tamala? Where are you? I'm scanning.
She got it.
Okay, cool. It's there. It's in there. I'm trying to think of anything else that we want to really just quickly hit on.
Jennifer, you should have gotten the invite, but I'll check. I'll check on that.
Oh, Jennifer, I think it's because you haven't accepted my friend request yet. Or if it's in process, maybe, yeah. If you're not my friend, okay, so I set me and Heather up as administrators of this Facebook page, but it doesn't like her. It only likes me. So if you're not my friend, it won't let her add you. So anyway, the group is listed as private, guys. So don't put anyone else in the group. We want to make sure this is exclusive to you guys that are actually have paid for this and that are like committed to us. All right. So we have time if you have a friend that wants to join, but we said the price went up. So I don't know if your friends still want to join, but it's not that it's too late. It's just that the $39 deal is over. So the Facebook group is called GYST Reboot, and I will double check it, Ann, because I just got with your stuff today, so it may. Don't disregard that email from 365. Just throw it out. Throw it out. Only my attachments. There's an email that I sent out. Please join this group. Just disregard it. Apparently it doesn't work. I was trying to. Not gonna lie, I was trying to create a group so that I could just shoot emails out all at one time. It didn't work, so technology was not my friend about that.
The Zoom call on Friday is at 6 p.m. If you can't make it, it will be recorded. So Friday at 6.
I have a question.
All right. Okay, yes, Jennifer. Oh.
Like 1,000 questions. So right now, all we've gotten is the 10-day total mind and body detox and the grocery list. That's all we've received from you at this point, right?
Grocery list for the first few days.
For the first few days.
There's a second grocery list that will come out. We didn't want you, well, a lot of it's fresh stuff, right? We don't want you buying 10 days worth of stuff and then having to throw out half of it because it goes bad.
Yeah.
Because we don't start till Friday, and then 5 days after that, your stuff's all rotten. we didn't want you to get too gung-ho and then, yeah, because I know how some of y'all roll. Right, Paula? We had this conversation earlier.
And the thing that we were supposed to sign for you guys, the contract or whatever,
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Where does that come from?
You should have got it. Did you get my email that said, hey, send your money to Venmo? That one?
No.
Oh, okay. So somehow you got bypassed, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? What are you using for juicing, as in apparatus? I have a Ninja blender, and it pretty much pulverizes most things. What I would recommend that if you have a blender that maybe isn't like a juicer, get frozen fruits or veggies to put in. Like you can use like I use carrots. I don't like carrots, but again, I'm gonna post other juice recipes. Some of my favorite ones. I have one. I think it's called the Fireman. It's really, really good. It's got a little cayenne in there too, but it's really hidden. So if you like, who likes beets? Oh my God, I got hands. I thought for sure everybody liked. So anyway, again, remember, you don't have to have everything. All right. We are going to do this systematically. You don't have to eat everything. It's like, I'm not your mom saying you got to sit there and eat that till you can't get up from the table. Pickled beets, yes, pickled beets. Probably not the ones we want to use right now, but anyway. Better than like eating potato chips. So, other questions? Do-it-yourself fermented beets. There we go. Paula's like, she's gonna be my next admin.
So for tomorrow in the group, if you make your little drink, remember that's your goal between now and Friday, will you please post that of your little lemon drink tomorrow if you don't mind? I don't know, but I always want to call out people's names like at camp, like Susan Garcia and Abby Walraven and Jennifer Hernandez and Donna and Ann, Katie, Janetta. Again, it just makes our hearts so happy that you are here. And that's all we got for you for the evening. So cheers to your success. Cheers to being on the other side in 10 days, coming out stronger in every way.